Good evening, everybody. Approximately 8 million people go to Makkah to perform religious pilgrimage each year. And by the end of 2020, this number is expected to increase 60 million. Despite this huge number, there is not a single platform which is specifically designed to cater all the aspects of religious tourism. My name is Mir, and I am co-founder of a startup called BookMyUmrah. BookMyUmrah is an Expedia for religious tourism for Muslims. And the story of my startup started a couple of years ago when one of my friends, Salim, who is a common citizen of Pakistan, decided to go for pilgrimage with his family. He had been saving money for his entire life to have this lifetime experience. And on a very last moment, he realized that the travel agency has cheated on him and has run away with his money. Unfortunately, it is not an isolated incident. It is quite common in our part of the world. Just to give you an example, last month a travel agency ran away with $3.5 billion of innocent people. So, 70% of the travel agencies in Pakistan are not legitimate. They don't have the right credentials and certificate to send people for pilgrimage. They miscommunicate with them, and what happens is, when they land in Makkah, they realize that their 5-star hotel is actually a 2-star hotel. And their hotel, which is supposed to be a 5-meter distance, is actually on 5-kilometer distance. Another big problem that pilgrims have to face is, for 90% of the Muslims, is their first international travel. They find it very difficult to communicate and navigate in a new country because of unknown language and culture. Now imagine that 3 million people on a very small area on a given day, a slight wrong move can lead to a disaster. And this has happened last year. Approximately 1,000 people died just because of that. Last but not least, in order to perform a pilgrimage, one has to buy different goods. And they have to go to different places to buy these goods, which is time consuming and takes a lot of effort. From travel agency perspective, they're still using old method of customer acquisition. So people have to go to their office in order to book their packages. Pakistan has more than 33 million internet users. We do have 25 million social media users. People do make their opinions through these channels. And unfortunately, travel agency existence on these channels is almost zero. So what we offer, the solution to this problem is, we have created a marketplace where verified travel agencies can advertise their packages, and then pilgrim can go to the website, they can find packages, they can compare these packages, they can read the hotel details, they can read the reviews, expert opinions, and then they can book it online. In addition to that, we also train pilgrims using virtual reality so that they can understand Makkah before actually going to the Makkah. So, market size. Right now, the Pakistan market is approximately $3 billion, which is expected to increase $15 billion by the end of 2020. The globally is at $24 billion, which is expected to grow $180 billion. The reason for this expansion is the massive expansion which is going on in Makkah. So our revenue model, we take commission on a successful booking which takes place through our platform. The commission amount varies between $120 to $800 depending upon the package class. We also charge travel agencies on monthly basis. The subscription fees is between $50 to $100. In addition to that, we also have premium packages, we have advertisements, and we have online store as well. Right now, our customer acquisition cost is approximately $40. And our average commission per transaction is $226. Market validation. We have already signed contracts with the top 100 travel agencies of Pakistan, which approximately send 700,000 people per year. There are another 150 travel agencies in the pipeline, and we basically do a very comprehensive due diligence before bringing them on board. From Pilgrim perspective, we have already generated $100,000 sales during our first quarter. We are generating approximately 200 plus gigs per month. I'm lucky enough to have one of the brightest minds in my team. I have with me Mr. Anjum Chauhan. Anjum Chauhan has around about 30 years experience in Silicon Valley. He has worked on a very senior positions on Fortune 500 companies. Then we have Dr. Abdul Aziz. Dr. Abdul Aziz is a PhD from USA. He has numerous US patents. In addition to that, I have Mr. Dr. Ona Bas. Dr. Ona Bas is a PhD from Canada. He holds approximately 10 US patents. So our big vision is, so we started with Pakistan because Pakistan has the highest number of pilgrims. But the problems that I discussed earlier is not specific to Pakistan. It is something which is a global scenario. Even North and South America has more than 5 billion Muslims. Bangladesh, India, Indonesia. So this is something that can be replicated all over the world. In the end, I would like to say that our focus is to make it a peaceful experience for the 60 million pilgrims all across the world so that they can perform this activity hassle-free. I would like to have your questions and I would like to answer them. Thank you.
Brilliant. It's fantastic. I can tell you guys have met with Melissa Murphy from the Pitch Academy. I can tell Gordon has done his job exceptional. What I was hoping is that we can think maybe in terms of like a SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, right? I love that you led with your understanding of the markets, the perception of a problem, the grasp of a big opportunity. Brilliant, because not many entrepreneurs start with that. They start by explaining what they're doing, and I don't really care yet what you're doing. I want to hear why you're talking to me. So nice work there. Weakness is the market slide. When you show us how big the market slide, I always like to see how you're going to break into that. And that's a little bit more sophisticated than just the $40 per acquisition, I think, right? The question is, for an investor, for a potential partner in the United States, to a mentor and advisor, what is it that we can do? What is it that you need us all to do to help you move into that market a little bit more capably? What do you know about what it's going to take for you to get into the United States or to get more travel agencies in the United States? And the way you ended, I think, could have been stronger with something specific, something clear that you really need some help with.
Okay. So we are in the C ground right now. We would like to raise some money. I cannot disclose it publicly because of some of the laws in the USA. So in order to expand our operations to other parts of the world, we want funding. We have the technology, we have the product, we have the market validation in Pakistan. What we need to do is to replicate this idea in different markets. In order to go to the different markets, we have to register our company in that particular country, because what happens is we are B2B and B2C company. In order for businesses to do business with us, we need to have a legal entity over there. So if I have to come to USA, I have to register my company over there. I have to sign contracts with the travel agencies over there. We have to do some due diligence, and all this requires some sort of investment, which we would like to bring. In addition to that, we would like to have some expert from the local industry. We know that problem in Pakistan. We know how it works in Asian countries. In order to launch it successfully in the USA and in a European market, we need to have some experts from the local industry as well.
Okay, good. Thoughts, folks? Other questions? I think we have some mics in the back too, so let's get this one. Thanks, Chris, but right here first, go ahead.
Hi, nice to it's actually John Morrow's. We've talked a little bit before, but obviously this is near and dear to my heart. Well, I'm Muslim as well, so I'm required once in my life to actually go. Every Muslim is. So at some point I'll have to go, and it is actually quite a large expense. And I'm from Pakistan as well. I know all the fraud that goes on. So just in context, like if you're going from the U.S. right now, even a normal Hajj costs anywhere from $7,000 to $8,000 right now. So
That's the bare minimum.
That's the actually, yes, that's the minimum package, and you know, if you go up higher, you can go like $15,000-$30,000 per person as well. So depending on the different types of packages you get. My main question is I belong to the Shia community, so a lot of the Hajj that we do, actually, I looked up some of the details of the question that we were asking earlier, is that we actually don't go through the certified travel agencies, so we have groups of people that take us, and then we as an individual just say, hey, here's my ticket purchase, can I get a visa at the Saudi embassy? So how do you guys actually validate the travel agencies? What is the due diligence that you're doing? Who can actually join the platform?
So I will answer it in two parts. The first part is, so in order to keep it simple, I use the term Muslim pilgrimage. There are three types of Muslim pilgrimage. One is Hajj, Umrah, and Ziyarat. So we offer three of them, just to make sure that everyone understands it. I kept it simple. So in case of a Hajj, what happened is there is a specific quota allocated by the Saudi agencies or Saudi government, right? They give it this quota to a specific country, and then the main authority in that particular country give it to specific travel agencies. So the first step we need to make sure is to make sure that they have the quota to send people for that, number one. Number two, in case of Umrah, the Saudi governments give quota directly to the travel agency. We verify that they have their credentials and certificate to send these people. Thirdly, we also check their market reputation. So if a company is doing for the last 10 years and they have been doing well and the reputation of the market is good, these are some of the parameters that we verify that they have credentials or not. In case of a ziyarat, it's a bit different, as you told. So it has a different criteria. So each type has different criteria for verification.
Chris, real quick. Got about 45 seconds.
So 8 million people take a Hajj or an Umrah every year, is that correct?
Yeah.
How many repeat?
So normally for 90% of the Muslims, they do it only once.
Once.
But there are few Muslims who repeat at times. So we don't have the exact numbers for that.
My thought is that there might be a premium opportunity here to serve a really wealthy segment that makes repeat pilgrimages year after year after year.
So what happens is the premium guys go into 5-star package. They may be doing it for the only once in their life, but they will be choosing the 5-star package, which can go up to $30,000 for per person, depending upon what sort of facilities they are availing. So 90% of the pilgrims, they do in an economy class or a 3-star package. Only 5 to 10% goes into 4-star, 5-star packages.
And are you selling all kinds of packages on
We
the
are selling
platform?
all types of packages.
So which ones are selling the best now?
So obviously, since 90% of the pilgrims go for economy packages,
Yeah.
so we have more sales in economy, but we make more commission on 5-star packages.
Okay, so then your business model is going to be a mix of the both.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the average tenure? How long are they in on the pilgrims? How long are they there?
So in case of a Hajj, typically from Pakistan they go for the 40 days. 40 days. From USA, typically people go for 1 week. So depends upon minimum. In case of a Umrah, typically they can do it in 1 day, but normally they go for between 7 to 40 days. Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very, very much.
Thanks a lot.
Very well done. All right, affordable. You good with these? That way we can use the bookend links right here. That works. Right, just right above it. You can
Stand on the
stage.
platform.